Hi, and welcome to the next video for Art 210, where today we will be talking about how to find scholarly peer-reviewed articles for your research assignment. Now, when you start on the library website, you're going to want to go to either databases or research guides. If you click on Articles Plus, you'll just be searching in our general database for VCSU. But if you actually go directly into the specific databases we have, you can do a lot better of a search and control the search better, which will make sure that you are getting better results, and it'll just make your searching process much more easy than if you were using the Articles Plus tab. So I would highly recommend using the databases, because that way you are just making life way easier for you and making your searching much more efficient. Now, if you click on the entire list of databases, you'll see every database that we have here at the library, and we have quite a few. I would recommend starting with the second database on the list called Academic Search Premier. This is a really good database for just general searching, and it's very great for resources in the visual arts. Another good database to search in would be JSTOR, and you search in very similar ways, but for today's video, I'm going to be focusing on Academic Search Premier just to show you how it looks when you are searching. Now, if you are off campus and accessing this database, you will be asked to log in. Just log in using your regular login that you would use for Blackboard or Campus Connections, and you should be able to get to the database. If you are on campus, it should automatically hook you up to the database, and you shouldn't have to log in, but if you do have to log in, just use your regular login. Now, similar to what I talked about in the books video, when we are searching for articles in a database, we want to click on Advanced Search. This way we just are allowed to search and control the search a lot better than we would be if we were just searching in that one bar. So, similar to the art video, we are going to be using the Shang Dynasty as an example for finding sources. And when you get to the advanced search, click on choose databases, and that way you can choose the databases that will be relevant to what you're looking for. So for this, I'm going to click history databases. We want the art and architecture databases, and maybe philosophy and religion might be helpful as well to have in there. So I'm going to press OK, and that makes sure that the results we're getting are only from those 3 subject areas, and that will limit our search a lot better and make sure that we're getting what we want. So I'm going to search, again, in quotation marks so that we get the results as a phrase, Shang Dynasty. And I'm just going to do a search and see how many we get, and then if we need to limit it from there, we can. Okay, so we have 151, which is not too many, but still quite a bit, so I want to limit that search down. So on the left-hand side of the page is the easiest ways to limit it down. So I want to limit it firstly to academic journals, and that will bring us down to under 100 results. And I usually recommend having between 50 and 100 results, so 92 is actually a really good place to start with looking at our results. But if we want to limit it down even further, subject, thesaurus term, and subject general is going to be really helpful for you. So I'm going to click on Shang Dynasty China, which is this first one. And now we have our results limited down to 44. So from here we can go through the results and see, I think 44 is a good number to look at, and see if there are any that talk about what we're looking for in terms of the culture of Shang Dynasty or the artwork. Now, as you can see here, there are 2 options when you are looking to access an article. So you can either see this Get It at Valley City State University button right here, or you'll see PDF full text. If you see PDF full text, you can click on that, and this will bring you to the full text of the journal article, and from there you can either download it or print it or save it to your computer, email it to yourself, and do whatever you'd like to do with the article, and that way you have it saved. However, if we go back to our results, we can see the Get It at Valley City State University button. Now, if you do see this, it means one of 2 things. So either you could have it accessible through a different database that is an academic search premier, or you might need to interlibrary loan request the article. So if you click on that white button right there, it will take you to a new page. And then you would just need to sign in to request the article. And then when that does happen, it usually takes, I would guess, 2 to 4 days to get the article. It won't be immediate because we need to request the article from a different library. They have to email it to us, and then we will email you the PDF. So if you are doing the Get It at VCSU button and you are requesting through interlibrary loan, just keep in mind that you need to give yourselves a window of a couple days before you actually will get your hands on that article. So if you are on a time crunch for finding sources, it might be a better option on the database just to click full text, and that will cut out any of the interlibrary loan articles, but that will also cut out a lot of good articles that you might need in order to complete your research. So always give yourselves a bit of extra time when you are doing your research, because if you do need to interlibrary loan an article, it just might take a couple days in order for it to arrive. Now, back on the databases, again, the other database that I would recommend using is JSTOR. These are in alphabetical order. So let me scroll down there just to show you what that looks like. It's very similar to Academic Search Premier. Now for JSTOR, again, you want to click on the advanced search. And I'm going to do the same search we did before. So in JSTOR, we have over 1,000 results, so we definitely want to limit that down. So first, start off by limiting it by journal articles, and then we can limit it by subject. So if we are focusing on the art and art history of the Shang Dynasty, we can click on that, and that will take us from over 1,000 to about 300 results. Even still, that is, I would argue, a bit too much. So you might want to even limit it down further than that. You can search within the results. So if you are searching, for instance, on culture or a type of medium of art, so we can search for pottery. We're still only getting 347, so we might need to limit it down by publication date as well. And then to access the full article, you can just click download PDF, and that will take you to the PDF of the full article. Most of the results in JSTOR, you don't need to interlibrary loan, so that is one helpful thing with JSTOR as opposed to Academic Search Premier. But different articles are going to be found in both databases, so it's a good idea to just try them both out and see what you find. And if you don't find what you're looking for in one database, just try another database, because there's bound to be other articles in there that aren't in the first database you look for. And again, if you have any questions about any of this, feel free to reach out to us at the library. You can email us at library@vcsu.edu, or you can drop by the library and visit me at the reference desk, and I'd be more than happy to answer any questions or help you do your research. Next video, we are going to be talking about how to find images specific to a certain culture, so check that video out, and then the final video will be about citing sources.